They smiled when they gave it to you. A little bracelet, a sweet-smelling oil, a pretty wall hanging. And they said it was for protection, for peace, for good luck. But days later, your soul started to feel heavy. Your sleep became disturbed. Your prayers grew weaker. Your home didn't feel the same. And you didn't know why. What if I told you that gift was never meant to bless you? It was meant to bind you. Because in today's world, not every gift is innocent. And some of the most dangerous things don't come with curses. They come with ribbons and smiles. This isn't superstition. This is spiritual warfare. And if you don't know what to watch for, you might already be carrying the very thing that's blocking your barakah. Let me show you the 7 harmless gifts witches use to steal your blessings, so you can protect what Allah gave you before it's too late. 1. The protection thread or bracelet. It usually comes with sweet words. This will protect you from nazar. This was blessed by a holy man. Wear it. It's for your safety. But here's the truth. If it's not from Allah, if it's not from the Sunnah, it is not protection. It is danger. Ropes, beads, strings, they don't protect you. They bind you spiritually. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ once saw a man wearing a brass ring for protection. He told him, "Take it off. It will only increase you in weakness." Because strength doesn't come from objects. It comes from tawakkul, trust in Allah. And the moment you believe even a little into a bracelet instead of your Lord, you open the door for shaitan to walk in. Many witches tie a thread, whisper a word, and hand it to you with a smile. You wear it, and from that moment, your light starts to dim. Take it off, burn it, recite Ayat al-Kursi, and never depend on anything except the one who never fails you. 2. Islamic decor you never read. It looks holy. A beautiful Arabic calligraphy, maybe framed in gold, maybe gifted during a wedding. But did you ever stop and read it? Because not everything written in Arabic is Quran. Not every design is from Islam. Some people, especially those involved in Sihr, black magic, write reversed verses, hidden spells, and fake duas in Arabic script. Then frame it and gift it, and let it hang on your wall while your peace fades. This is real. There have been people suffering in their homes for years, only to realize that the blessed artwork above their bed was actually cursed. Always read, always verify. If you're unsure, ask someone with knowledge. And if it feels off in your gut, take it down. Because Allah's words deserve honor, not imitation. And your home deserves light, not deception. 3. Sweets with a spell. They hand you food, kindly. I made this just for you. And you say Bismillah and eat it. But sometimes, kindness is a mask. Because in many cultures, food is used for dark spells. Some witches whisper into the dish. Some add filth, or even traces of impurity. Especially during menstrual cycles, bind a person's mind, heart, and body. You don't see it. You just eat it. And suddenly, your energy drops. Your thoughts get cloudy. You feel lazy, irritable, addicted to sin. This isn't superstition. This is why the Prophet ﷺ taught us, Shaitan eats with the one who does not say Bismillah. So always say Bismillah. And if a food feels off, trust your fitra. It's better to be safe than spiritually sick. 4. Plants that hold energy. It seems so innocent. Someone gives you a little plant, a cute cactus, a green leafy potted plant, maybe even a small bonsai in a pretty pot. They say something sweet like, "I thought this would bring some life into your home." Plants attract peace, you know, and you smile. You say thank you. You put it on your shelf or near your window. But soon after, something begins to feel off. Your sleep becomes disturbed. You feel tired even after resting. You keep forgetting things. Your mood is up one day and crushed the next. You argue more. You cry more. And your house doesn't feel calm anymore. What changed? You might clean, you might do dhikr, you might pray. But still, something's heavy. You can't see it, but your heart feels it. And here's where the truth comes in. Some plants are just plants, but some are not. Because there are people, especially those involved in Sihr, black magic, who use living things to carry spiritual harm. They whisper into the soil. They tie knots around the roots. They bury items under the plant-like hair, cloth, even drops of something impure. They anoint the leaves with oils or substances meant to trap energy. And then they give it as a gift. It doesn't look scary. It doesn't smell bad. But what it carries is dangerous. Because plants absorb energy. And just like they can carry sunlight and life, they can also carry darkness and spiritual weight. And if that darkness enters your home, you'll feel it even if you can't explain it. You might find yourself avoiding prayer, snapping at loved ones for no reason, getting sick more often, losing things, struggling with sadness or sudden fears. But the worst part, you never suspect the plant. Because who would think a green little leaf could carry something evil? But Islam teaches us that harm doesn't always wear a scary face. Sometimes it hides in beautiful things. Allah says in the Quran, "Indeed, they set traps, but I set my own plan, and I am the best of planners." Al-Quran, Surah At-Tariq 86, 15, 16. So what should you do? First, trust your gut. If a plant was gifted to you, and ever since then, things have gone wrong, don't ignore that feeling. Your fitra is speaking to you. Smell the soil. Look deep in the pot. Check under the leaves. Sometimes you may find strange strings, powders, or even wrapped items hidden in the dirt. Second, turn to Allah. Recite Surah Al-Falaq, Surah An-Nas, Ayat Al-Kursi, Surah Al-Baqarah as much as you can. Make dua that Allah exposes anything harmful around you, seen or unseen. Ask Him to clean your home from every spiritual trap, every hidden evil. If after this the plant still makes you feel uneasy, get rid of it. Don't gift it to someone else. Don't try to reuse the pot. Wrap it, bury it, or burn it if you can. Because your peace is more important than decoration. And your spiritual safety is more valuable than any aesthetic. And remember, not every gift is meant to bless you. Some are sent to block you. Not every green thing grows goodness. Some things grow only because they were watered with darkness. But you don't need to fear these things. You just need to stay awake. Because the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us to protect our homes through Quran, dua, tawakkul, and not placing our trust in things that grow from the wrong roots. So walk through your house today. Look at every plant, every pot. Ask yourself, did I plant this, or did someone else give it with a story I never questioned? And if something feels wrong, remove it. Fill that space instead with a copy of the Quran, a framed dua, a sincere prayer whispered with love. Because peace doesn't grow from soil, it grows from submission to Allah. 5. The eye for protection. It looks harmless, just a small charm, blue and white, a little glass bead shaped like an eye. You've seen it everywhere, hanging from walls, rearview mirrors, over baby cribs, even worn as jewelry. and most people don't even question it. They say, it protects from the evil eye. It keeps Nazar away. It's just a cultural thing. But the truth is, something that innocent-looking can carry deep spiritual danger. Because in Islam, protection doesn't come from an object. It comes from Allah alone. When we start believing even just a little bit that a charm or symbol can protect us, we slowly shift our trust away from the one who actually protects. That's the danger. That's the mistake many people make. They don't mean to do wrong. They're just doing what everyone else does. But what starts as just a tradition can become a form of shirk if we're not careful. The evil eye is real. It's mentioned in the Quran and in Hadith. It can cause sickness, tension, loss, and even spiritual blocks. But the solution to the evil eye is not another eye. Think about that. How can a man-made bead protect you from a real spiritual force? How can a piece of glass have more power than the unseen world? It can't, and it doesn't. In fact, many of these eye charms are not only useless, they're harmful. Some are used by people involved in Sihr and spiritual darkness. They whisper things over them, bind them with threads, and sell or gift them with hidden intentions. The person who hangs it doesn't even realize they've just invited something into their home that can do the opposite of protection. They've opened a door without even knowing it. And when that charm is trusted more than the name of Allah, something shifts. The house starts to feel heavy. People argue more. Nightmares become frequent. Prayers feel harder. There's Barakah missing. The peace is gone, but the cause isn't obvious. Because it's not something loud. It's just a quiet little charm hanging on the wall. But the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ never used these things. He never tied symbols around his home. He didn't hang objects to protect his family. He didn't decorate with beads or strange eyes. He protected himself with Quran, with the morning and evening adhkar, with sincere dua, and most importantly with complete trust in Allah. That's the sunnah. That's the example. He once said, "Whoever hangs something for protection will be left to that thing." That means, if you trust a thing to protect you, and not Allah, you'll be left with that thing, and it will fail you. Because no object can stand against what only Allah can control. The worst part is that many people don't even know what they're doing. They were raised around it, their families used it, their culture promoted it, and they think it's harmless. But Shaitan doesn't always attack through something scary. He uses beauty, familiarity, tradition. He uses things that feel safe on the outside, but carry danger on the inside. That's how he fools people. That's how he enters homes. If you've ever had one of these eyes in your home, ask yourself honestly, did life feel lighter before or after it came in? Did your heart feel more peaceful or more restless? And even if you didn't believe in it, the fact that it's sitting in your space still matters. Because it represents a shift in reliance, a crack in your spiritual shield. And the unseen world watches where your heart places its trust. We are not a people of symbols. We are a people of submission. We don't rely on shapes, beads, or colors. We rely on Allah. And when you truly believe that, you don't need anything else. Not even a thread, not even a charm. Just the Quran, sincere dua, and the remembrance of the one who never sleeps and never fails. So don't be afraid, just be aware. Be mindful of what you allow into your home and into your life, because even small things can carry big consequences. And when you remove what doesn't belong, you make space for what truly does barakah, mercy, and divine protection. The kind that doesn't fade, the kind that doesn't need symbols, the kind that only comes from placing your full trust in Allah. 6. Perfume or oil. From a holy place. It's just a small bottle, a pleasant scent. Maybe it's oil, maybe perfume. Maybe it's in a tiny glass container with a decorative label. Someone hands it to you with a smile and says, "This is special." They might say it was brought from a shrine, or that a spiritual leader blessed it. They might say it's meant to attract good things, love, peace, luck, energy. They might tell you to wear it before sleep or before you go out. And because it sounds harmless, you take it. Maybe you even apply it. But something doesn't feel right. You start feeling foggy, restless, emotional. Your thoughts aren't clear. You feel drawn to sin, pulled toward people you don't even like. You dream strange dreams. You wake up tired. Your heart becomes heavy, but you can't explain why. You think it's stress. You think maybe it's just life. But deep down, something feels off. And here's what most people don't know: perfumes and oils are often used as spiritual tools in Sihr, black magic, attraction rituals, and binding spells. In many cultures, witches and spiritualists mix oils with substances that aren't just unnatural, they're impure. Some whisper into the bottle. Some stir in small traces of things that link you to the jinn. Some even name the oil, assigning it a purpose, like control, obsession, or destruction. Then they seal it, package it, and give it away as a gift. You think it's perfume, but in reality, it might be a spiritual hook. Why oils? Because they touch your skin, they sink into your pores, they follow you, and in the unseen world, what you apply becomes what you carry. Especially when it's been blessed by someone who is not upon the truth. Especially when that blessing didn't involve Quran, didn't come from the Sunnah, and wasn't meant to bring you closer to Allah. In Islam, we are taught that perfume is allowed, yes, even recommended, especially for men. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ loved pleasant scents, but he never used perfume for spiritual power. He never told anyone that a smell could control outcomes. He never claimed that oil could bring blessings on its own. That's where the line is drawn, between what is pure and what is false. Because once you start believing a scent can bring barakah, or protect you from harm, or attract something good, you've shifted your trust. Even if just a little, it means you now believe something besides Allah has power, and that's dangerous. Some people don't even believe it, but they still use it, just in case. Or they think it's respectful because it came from someone religious looking. But remember, Shaitan doesn't always come in evil form. Sometimes he dresses things up with good labels: holy oil, mystic scent, love potion, protection blend, and people fall for it, not knowing what they're really carrying. If you were given such a gift, and you felt a shift in your peace-a-dont, ignore it. That feeling you had wasn't random. Allah gave you a fitrah, a natural inner warning. And when your soul says something is wrong, listen. Even if you didn't believe in it, even if you wore it only once, cleanse yourself. Make wudu. Recite Surah al-Falaq, Surah an-Nas, and Ayat al-Kursi. Ask Allah to remove anything harmful, known or unknown, from your body, your heart, and your home. If the bottle still makes you feel uncomfortable, get rid of it. Don't keep it. Don't pass it on. Don't hold on to things that were never meant to be yours. Because when you wear something linked to darkness, even by accident, it can start blocking your light. And remember, real attraction comes from your iman. Real protection comes from your dua. Real peace comes from your closeness to Allah. You don't need an oil to be loved. You don't need a scent to feel safe. You don't need any except sincerity, submission, and trust in the one who controls all hearts, all outcomes, and all things unseen. So don't fear, just stay awake. Be careful what you allow on your skin. Be mindful of what people hand you in the name of blessing. And most of all, never let anyone convince you that power comes from anything other than the Lord of the heavens and the earth. Because when your trust is in Allah, no scent, no spell, no oil and no evil can reach you. 7. Jewelry with hidden symbols. It looks beautiful. A necklace with a symbol, a ring with a strange design, a charm hanging from a bracelet. Someone gives it to you and says, "This shape means strength," or "This stone attracts peace." Maybe they say, "This symbol brings protection and luck," and because it doesn't look dangerous, just stylish, meaningful, or even spiritual, you wear it. You think nothing of it. But days later, you start to feel strange. You feel drained. Your thoughts become confused. Your chest feels heavy when you pray. You start struggling with things that once felt easy. You feel disconnected from your own soul. And worst of all, you don't know why. You clean your house, you make dua, you recite Quran, but something still feels spiritually off. Sometimes the problem isn't what's around you, it's what's on you. Because many symbols used in modern jewelry today are not just designs, they are spiritual codes. Some of them come from pagan religions, ancient occult systems, or witchcraft traditions that go back thousands of years. Symbols like triangles with eyes, serpent shapes, zodiac wheels, moons with stars, or geometric designs that carry hidden meanings, they aren't just art. They were created to carry energy, to represent beliefs that go against Islam, or to call upon things unseen. And when you wear those things, 7, without knowing you carry that meaning on your body, you carry it into your salah, into your sleep, into your home, and into your heart. You might say, "But I didn't believe in it." You might say, "I just wore it because it was pretty." But belief isn't always in the words. It's in the action. And when a symbol becomes something you wear with love, pride, or emotional attachment, that symbol starts to leave an effect. Shaitan doesn't just use big sins. He uses small cracks. He uses ignorance. He uses beauty. He makes falsehood look like fashion. And while you think you're just wearing a necklace, he sees it as a doorway. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ warned us against anything that resembles shirk. He warned us against using things that imitate the practices of those who worship other than Allah. He didn't wear symbols. He didn't carry hidden meanings. He lived in light, in simplicity, in pure tawhidness of Allah without compromise. And we should too. You were not created to carry hidden energy. You were created to carry La ilaha illallah in your heart. You were not meant to wear symbols of false strength. Your strength is in your faith, your dhikr, your prayer, and your trust in Allah. So check your jewelry, look closely, ask, "Do I know what this symbol means?" Would the Prophet ﷺ approve of this? Am I wearing something that has nothing to do with Islam? If the answer is no, take it off. You don't need it. You never did. Because you don't need a symbol to be safe. You don't need a charm to feel powerful. You don't need a shape to attract goodness. You need sincerity. You need clarity. You need to protect your heart from anything, even small, that opens a door for darkness. Clean your jewelry, clean your heart, and remind yourself, real light comes from the Quran, real protection comes from Allah, and real beauty is found in the purity of your soul. Let that be your decoration. Let that be your strength. Let that be what you wear with pride.